Good morning, students. Today we are going to take up scientific management, in which we'll be taking up principles of scientific management. That is, this becomes part B of your chapter 2. Coming to the next slide, as you could see, Frederick Wilson Taylor, F.W. Taylor, as we commonly say in our day-to-day life, is the father of scientific management. In the next slide, you could see that his contribution in the field of management, he was basically an American mechanical engineer who wanted to increase the efficiency of workers. Therefore, he had dictated two things. First, principles, what you could see in the B box with blue color, principles and techniques. His observations were mostly at the lower level, that means at the factory level. This is why we say his contribution was more towards the observation of man on machine and how a man is comfortable while working on machine. We'll first take up principles in this video. As you could see, the principles of scientific management have been classified into 4 as per your CBSE norm. As per your CBSE norm, where the first one is science not rule of thumb, harmony not discord, cooperation not individualism, and development of every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. Now, the last one, that is development of every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity, is also known as maximum and not restricted output. Is also known as maximum and not restricted output. Only thing is, when we speak in terms of development of every person, we are focusing on manpower. And when I say maximum and not restricted output, we are focusing on the product or the outcome of the company. Some of the critics have taken these two as two separate points, even though the focus of them is the same. Now we are coming to the next slide, where the first is science not rule of thumb. Rule of thumb means blindly following what your seniors had done, and they would be giving it out in the form of their own experiences. This should not be done as per scientific management. This rule says go for your own observation, questioning, research, develop your hypothesis and experiments with the data, and finally come to a conclusion. Once you are doing this, this is going to incorporate the variations or the changes that has taken place over time. This means whatever was justified maybe 10 years back is not valid as on date. So you are not following that thing. Now we are coming to the second rule or principle, which says harmony and not discord. As you could say at the first side of the picture, that while playing that harmonium, the person is experienced and is playing in a rhythm. Whereas discord is giving disturbances. The work is done but with a disturbance. As we see, the piano is being played by a small child and he is literally putting his hands here and there, which is not giving rhythm. So in an organization, scientific management second principle says try to create that harmony, that tuning, that rhythm, rather than going for a discord. Now we are coming to the third one, that is cooperation and not individualism. Now here the focus is on the attitude of each and every employee who is a part of this particular team. Everybody's contribution together moves towards the output. So you have to work as a unit. If anyone goes with this approach of ego, saying I, then the essence of this will be diluted. Before we move to the next slide, normally students have this confusion, and even at higher level, it's like saying, which came first, egg or the hen? So here what happens, we put it with a logic that when the members of the team have that attitude of cooperating with one another without having that ego, automatically what happens, a wide umbrella of harmony prevails over the entire organization. See, though both are very much interrelated and it is only a matter of perception. Some say cooperation is an extension of harmony. Others, they say if the cooperation is there, harmony automatically has to come. Now we are moving to the next. That is development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency, potential or prosperity. And I have given a red mark at the bottom where I have written that for your CBSE class 12 board exam, both maximum and not restricted output and development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency are treated as the same. In the first one, that is development of every person, we are trying to get the best out of an individual. And in case of maximum and not restricted, we are trying to go for full capacity utilization, trying to avail the benefit of economies of large scale production. Because the moment I am going for large scale production, full capacity utilization, automatically what happens? Your fixed cost is apportioned over more number of products and the final cost price per unit, which further includes profit, will come to a reasonable level or affordable level. So in this maximum not restricted, we get the benefit of large scale production. Now with this we come down with the next slide also, how we merge the two. The man and the output, what I said, fourth and fifth, they are used interchangeably in terms of the output, which is the effort of the employees who are there in the organization. Now, I am thankful to both the parents and students who had given their feedback to me, both through my YouTube channel as well as a personal feedback through telephone on WhatsApp. What they had suggested that my previous video in terms of the scientific, Fayol's principles was a bit long. So I have broken this into small capsules, and even in the techniques, I will be breaking it into small, taking 2 techniques each. Thank you very much. Stay at home, be safe, but at the same time, don't forget your board exams will be at its scheduled time next year. So you have to prepare for it. Keep working hard continuously. Thank you.